All right, guys, we are back with episode 2 of WTF Wellness. I love having you on this.
It wasn't a one and done. I wasn't sure. You froze me last time, and then now here we go again. Yeah, I came back.
I appreciate you. No, that was super fun. You guys love the cryo episode. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. But today's gonna be fun. We're doing something like a little bit spooky. We're right around Halloween time.
Is it spooky because you're stabbing me in the face with needles?
Yeah, I'm gonna stab you in the face with needles. So we're doing acupuncture today, which I've tried. I've done it a couple of times, but never like full. I know people have had it in their face. I haven't done that, like it's been in my hands. But Ryan's never done it.
This freaks me out. I mean, it legitimately freaks me out quite a bit.
Are you afraid of needles normally?
I mean, does anybody like needles?
I mean, I think because my hypothyroidism, like I've had blood taken and had needles in me, like so much, it's ridiculous.
I'd say I have an aversion to needels.
Do you?
Yeah.
When was the last time you had your blood taken?
A while ago.
Years, probably,
Yeah, probably.
Or like a shot or anything. Okay, so we're gonna do some acupuncture. I'm really not totally sure what to expect from it. The times I've had it in the past, I didn't really notice anything changing or any difference, but I also didn't like do it a lot, and again, I didn't have it all over my body, so we'll see.
I'm slightly more open-minded now after the cryo, because I didn't think the cryo would do anything, and it was actually really good. So from that, I'd say my mind is open a little bit, but I mean, all I've seen is these pictures or videos of people just like covered. Is that what's happening? Am I gonna?
I honestly don't know. They do it so many different ways. Like, all I really know about acupuncture, beyond that there's needles involved, is
I'm like literally freaking
like
out
sweating.
right now. I am. My palms are sweating.
But like, it's supposed to open up like the way the blood flows in your body, which can relieve tension and can help. I mean, it's been around for thousands of years, right? And it's supposed to help with pretty much everything you can imagine. If you have headaches or chronic pain, or there's supposed to be help with even like the hormonal stuff. So with my thyroid, very interested to find out what we can do.
Well, I'm a little stressed right now, so I should be able to give you an accurate read on does this work or not.
All right, well, let's go do it.
I don't know how I get talked into this stuff. I mean, this has always freaked me out, like always. Katie, don't be scared. Yeah, sure. Step. It's probably gonna be fine.
You know what I've always thought? This is so random. Any appointment you go to, like nails, massage, hair, whatever, they should have everything available in one spot. So as I'm getting acupuncture, someone can fill my nails for me and maybe give my hair a little volume. It'd be great.
Is this supposed to make me feel better about this?
I don't know, I'm just distracting you with random thoughts.
That I could possibly be getting my nails done at the same time.
Hi, how are you? Good. I'm glad I got to see you. I came and Harlow's here too. Oh my gosh. Hi, Harlow.
Upside is this bed looks extremely comfortable. I will take what I can get.
You. My best friend. You're the cutest. Hi. Where are we gonna go? You want me to sit down? You're gonna hang out here?
She's on. I'm gonna show you. She kind of takes like, these are mine. I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
So precious.
We'll come back in a little bit, okay? All right, so we just got here. It is absolutely gorgeous in this building. Like, so beautiful. It feels so peaceful coming in. So aren't you more calm now? Yeah, he's calm. So I'm about to go back and do a body scan, and basically it's going to tell them where all the energy is flowing in my body, where things are stuck, so they know how to best treat me with acupuncture, which I've never had done before. I think it's going to be super cool.
Actually measuring all of the energetic vortexes at each point on the body.
Cool.
So it tells us exactly what's going on in your system. And I'm going to borrow your left hand and scoot a little closer to you. And this, over a course of time, will show us which meridians are essentially consuming most of the energy in your body, which ones are low and are somewhat tapped and need to get some of the energy redistributed so that you feel a little bit more balanced. So tell me a little bit too about the Hashimoto's. If you were diagnosed at 11, did
Yeah.
that follow a really stressful time in your life?
Not, I mean, like, the only thing I can ever go back to is, like, I was in a really, really bad car accident when I was, like, 9 or so, but that was, I mean, younger, but could make sense.
What were your injuries?
I actually didn't have any, like, physical at the time. Like, we had, like, long story short, like, rolled on the freeway, like, multiple times.
That's so sad.
And I walked away with, like, nothing physically on me, but, like, I have, like, neck injury, like kind of, like, long-term chronic stuff from that.
I think overall, if we were to really prioritize what we focus on today and which meridians require the most of our attention, we're going to look at the bladder meridian, which is essentially the meridian that goes bilaterally, so both sides of the body up through the entire back and neck area. So when you talk about some of your neck stuff, this goes both sides of the body. This is essentially the meridian that's being affected by your neck stuff. The other stuff that's being affected too, if we were to look at your digestion, a couple of your digestive meridians are off too, so we'll focus a little bit on your digestion. Oftentimes those go hand in hand with your liver. The liver's high, and this is probably your body trying to kind of filter through medication and stress and a number of other things that pertain to the thyroid. In Chinese medicine, the liver translates to the thyroid.
Gotcha.
The endocrine system is also another part of it, which is reflected here in this meridian and the triple energizer. So both of these meridians are slightly imbalanced. So I'm going to work on those as well today. Indicates that you do not have food allergies or dairy allergies. So I think any digestive issues that are coming up are not a reflection of what you're eating. You're doing fantastic. Everything you like is agreeing with you.
Thanks.
Are skinny little ones that I'll use for facial rejuvenation, acupuncture, or the ears. So you can see just how thin they are.
Oh, wow.
And
Tiny.
how flexible they are. So they're really, really flexible, and they bend. They will not break. And oftentimes people are worried, like, well, is it going to get stuck? Do I have to worry about this? So I always just like to show people. Yeah. It will not break.
Cool.
Yeah. And then you just pull it out.
It's just in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
And pull it right out. You're nervous?
Yeah, a little bit.
You know, I have to say 75% of people who come in are. It's
Yeah.
totally normal, and then you feel the first needle and you're like, oh, that was nothing.
I
didn't feel
don't
it.
get nervous about a lot of things. My hands are just like sweating.
That's totally normal. Totally normal.
Great.
I've never seen you get, like, uncomfortable about anything except bungee jumping.
Oh my gosh, acupuncture and bungee jumping.
This is
The 2 times.
this
you've
is
been
my
nervous.
local equivalent of bungee jumping.
Okay, it's super cool. I've never seen my body broken down in that way. It's really neat to, like, learn how everything kind of connects to each other, and now I'm excited. I'm, like, actually really excited to get some needles in me.
I'll do a tongue and pulse diagnosis, and the tongue and pulse diagnosis is exactly what we essentially saw in the ACUgraph. It's just essentially the way I was trained to diagnose, as opposed to translating from Western medicine what you see in the graph. And flash me your tongue. Okay. Do you sleep okay?
No.
Okay. We'll work on that too.
Okay.
So struggle to fall asleep or stay asleep?
I would say more to stay asleep.
Do you feel it?
Like, I know you put it in, but not like.
Not
It's
so
like
bad,
nothing.
right?
No.
Yeah. There's a master point to the stomach, halfway between your sternum and your belly button, and so this point feels kind of tight right there. Do you feel that?
Mm-hmm.
So this is essentially where some of the digestive dis-ease is coming from, not the small intestine.
That's interesting.
Yeah, all of the foods that you're eating are really agreeing with you, or else your small intestine meridian would have shown up a little bit out of balance. So whatever you're eating is treating you well.
Lovely.
And the way you feel after a meal is usually really indicative. If you get very sluggish or you have a lot of gas or bloating after a meal, you know pretty quickly what doesn't agree with you. And if you don't have those symptoms, I don't think you need to worry.
Alright, this is pretty crazy. Katie's just all needled up here.
It's my free
How you
hand.
doing? Good?
Good. It's actually so relaxing. Like,
I know, you seem very
zoned out.
peaceful.
I am.
So-
it's good. It forces you. You can't move. So you're like,
Yeah,
stuck.
so she's got there, down in the stomach.
Yeah. This one in my leg, like on my shin.
Oh yeah.
She said, like, increases your white blood cells, like, after you do acupuncture, I think by like 75%. and it helps with anti-aging and like reboosting your system. So if you've been like traveling and stuff and you're feeling like fatigued, hit that one.
So what do you feel like? Are you feeling anything like in the moment? Like, is there any like, can you like notice anything?
Yeah, I mean, like most of them I don't really feel. The ones in my ear, I feel a little bit, and the one in my shin, I do, like it feels kind of just like a really like dull achy pain. Like it's not bad. It's like this like, I don't know, like just like a dull pain. Could you feel it going in? Not really. You like barely feel them at all. You can tell like it feels like someone like lightly touched you. Like it's nothing.
I can handle lightly touched.
Yeah. The ones on my ribs are for the thyroid.
Oh yeah.
So I don't really feel those as much, but.
Okay. All right. So far, so good.
So bungee jumping.
Yeah. That's pretty scary.
I can imagine.
Well,
Where'd you guys do it?
in Australia.
Oh,
Yeah, we were on a Travel Channel show actually.
how fun.
Yeah, they didn't tell us we were gonna do that.
They
until-
didn't?
No, the whole idea of the show was to be like a surprise.
Ooh.
Like every activity we did, and so we did lots of stuff, but that was just one of them.
Do you have anything at all that has come to mind that you would like to focus on aside from the kind of back stuff from working out?
Yeah, I mean the back stuff is definitely most of my like sore points or like tension points, I'd say. I mean,
Stress, digestion, energy. Go ahead and switch feet.
stress, yeah. I mean, we got a lot, like, we have a lot going on, so
Juggling.
for sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot there.
You're like hovering your leg. I don't even think you're
Am I?
like putting any
Oh,
weight. You're
I
like
guess.
working your abs
I know.
simultaneously.
I'm getting a full workout here.
Sleep, energy.
I don't sleep enough, but not for lack of being able to sleep.
It's just being busy and not having the time to sleep.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
but when I go to sleep, I'm out
You're
cold.
good.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay. Which is really good.
That's cool.
If we were to look at your pie graph, ideally we want this number closer to 100, but
Okay.
this is one of the highest numbers I've seen in a really long time. So that's really promising. The things that are showing up a little bit are your small intestine. So whereas Katie doesn't necessarily have things that bother what she eats, you do. So there's some things that you're eating that maybe aren't agreeing with you fully. The ones that are a little bit lower are your kidney meridian and the small intestine. We talked about the food aspect of the small intestine, but the kidney meridian is more about like longevity, life force, essentially your vitality right now. So
Okay.
you're kind of burning the candle at both ends.
Yeah.
You're a little tapped.
Yeah.
So that's showing up.
All right, Katie's done. It's my turn.
Yeah. How are you feeling? Now that I've been through it, I feel like I'm always the guinea pig.
I don't know. Feel fine, I guess. You say it doesn't hurt? I believe you.
It doesn't.
All right.
You're gonna be good.
My little levels.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm perfect. There's nothing wrong with me.
Right.
Because your wife takes care of you.
What if she just did the levels and she was like, you don't even need to do it. No needles necessary. All right. Good, let's go. Okay.
How you feeling?
Is there one in me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You feel that one? There's two in you now.
I felt the one on my leg a little bit, but not bad.
Not bad. Good. It's not so bad overall.
No,
right?
it's okay, yeah. I mean, it's like a little prick, but it's not like... Nothing like getting your blood drawn or anything
No.
like that, no.
Ryan was bragging about how good his body scan was.
That's pretty good, I think. That's what she said.
Both of yours were pretty good. I'm routinely seeing people in like the 40s these days, and you were 65, and I think yours was high 50s.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it is really
Not so
good.
bad.
You doing okay with these guys?
Yeah.
All right, so Ryan's getting some heat on him right now. Our treatments are totally different, but I think that's amazing because that just means that she is like treating what we specifically need, which is really cool. I've never really had that experience. So mine was more about my thyroid and liver, and Ryan's focused on this tension area in his upper back and some stress. So what is this gonna do?
So this is what's called e-stim. It's muscle stimulation that will gently wiggle the needles and almost force them to relax or let go. So any sort of tension in the muscle relaxes very gently.
That's amazing. like more relaxed through the back and stuff than before?
Yeah, the back definitely feels like not as tight. And just like, yeah.
Cool.
Overall more relaxed, so it's good.
He's coming up.
Oh, wow.
How you doing?
That was good. I'm very relaxed.
I'm mostly just seeing your back for the last half hour.
Yeah, no, it felt interesting. It didn't hurt at all, so that's really good because I thought it would hurt a little bit, but no, it felt good. And I mean, a lot of interesting. I think the most interesting part is all like the info about your body because I didn't really think about most of that stuff, so it's pretty.
Well, I think you've only gone to the doctor like one time since I've known you.
Yeah, I don't get sick that often.
No, so it's good for you to just kind of check in with your body and how it's working. But I think like this is definitely one of those things where it's, again, like the more you do it, the more they're able to really start treating those things. Yeah, it's not like a one time, like the cryo, I felt it right away. Mm-hmm. But this, like, it's not like a one time and you're like, you know, whatever. It doesn't like, you can't feel an immediate difference necessarily. But I think that the case point, probably like over time, you probably would like feel it more and. Yeah, and just makes you more aware of your body so you can take like steps and like really focus on your wellness and like overall well-being, not just like, like I'm fine and move on. Yeah. All right, so you survived acupuncture. I did. I feel really lame now because it wasn't that bad at all. I know. I'm saying, I was like, I've only seen you that nervous doing that and bungee jumping. It just seems creepy that people are going to stick needles in your back, but I think before you see the needles too, like in your mind, you think it's like a needle. Right, they're really tiny. It's like feather thin, so little. And I'm excited she gave me these digestive enzymes. You guys know I'm all about probiotics, but these are actually things you take before you eat to really help you digest. So hopefully that'll help with all of my issues. Yeah, I thought a lot of this was some hippy dippy stuff, but I mean, I feel like she was very like in tune with like things that I actually felt in my body, like areas that were tension areas, like either after I work out or stuff like that. Like she definitely like zeroed in on those and was like, okay, yeah, there's some stuff here. And like when she put the needle in your ear, like I could feel it throughout my whole body. And so there's some interesting stuff there. Like it's interesting. I think I always love when I meet someone who has such an amazing grasp on both like Eastern and Western medicine. And I think that's like really what she did. And then to your point, I think it's crazy when like I suck out my tongue and she's like, do you sleep well? And I'm like, no. And then your muscle stuff and the stress, like, I don't know, like she's so in tune. So before you tell someone something and they like pinpoint what's wrong, that's a good sign for sure. Yeah, I mean, I feel like tarot card readers do that too, and I don't buy that. But this seemed like it was really interesting. So, yeah, I mean, do I feel a ton different right now? You know, not really. Like I feel more relaxed. I think there was certain areas that like in my back that I feel like have loosened up a little bit. So from that standpoint, yeah, I wouldn't say like you're not going to go do it probably and immediately feel better. But we'll see how we feel maybe in the next day or so. And then it is more of an ongoing thing where, you know, the cryo, like I felt that right away. That was a great feeling. But this is, I think, a little bit different. I mean, think about everything in life though. There's not really a lot of stuff that you like do and you're like immediately fix. Like losing weight, it's a process that takes time. Your body has to adjust and like those changes. But I think a lot of people would be like, if I do these things, I'm going to meet, and that's just not going to happen. Yeah. Like there might be some stuff. But I can tell you, I feel way less stressed. I think like sometimes just taking that time for yourself and like just doing something, like you feel better that you're taking control and making some changes. So yeah, no, it was good. I thought it was interesting. Yeah. I'll think further on this. I think we should go back. Yeah, I mean, I'm open to it. Yeah. All right, cool.